I know I'm late to the party, but that doesn't mean that I'm not excited about the release of Farming Simulator 25 on November 12th, 2024. Now, I know some of you may not be excited about rice and spinach as brand new crops here for Farming Simulator 25, but as a player from Missouri, I'm really excited about rice being added to the game. And the reason is because within just a couple of hours drive of my house, they actually harvest rice here along the Mississippi River. And at the end of the trailer, we hear that spinach is also going to be added to the game as well. And that just means that we're going to have another oxbow machine to be able to add to the lineup. And if we take a lesson from recent new crop harvesters released by Giants, you're probably going to want a few friends helping you out around the farm. And that's where today's sponsor can help you out. GPORTAL. They host multiplayer servers for all platforms. That means PlayStation, Xbox, and PC players can all play on the same map at the same time. FS25 won't be the first generation of the franchise to offer cross-platform multiplayer though. FS22 does that right now. And if you use my link in the description below, you can save 10% on all new servers. So go ahead, get started today with an FS22 server, and on November 12th, grab a new one for Farming Simulator 25. Now, if we circle back to rice, there's another thing that makes me very excited here for the next game, and that's going to be the irrigation. We can see in the video that there are some pumps that you're able to put water into some fields, maybe take water out of other fields. We can also see that there is dynamic weather that could possibly affect our crops here in Farming Simulator 25. In Farming Simulator 22, we had some mods that helped out with simulating a little bit of irrigation. Now, we had a pumps and hoses that also could be used in a very, very similar way to what we're showing here in the video. And we also had pivots that were used for fertilizer, but I don't see why you couldn't convert that over to an irrigation system and get an extra little bit of percentage yield on your crop if you actually have the correct amount of water. And another key thing that I want to point out here is if you look at the cover art, you can actually see the water splashing in the tracks on the tractor. As it's driving across the ground, you can see the splashing up. So to me, that means that we're going to have water puddles around the map. And I'm very, very excited about that because that means that water is going to play a huge, huge part here in the game. And speaking of the cover art, I want to shift your attention over to the right side of the image. You can see a barn with some animals out front, more specifically cows. And if you see two different ones sitting right in front, the one on the right is a tall one and the one on the left, well, it's a baby cow. We are hopefully going to get baby cows here in base game. And with baby cows, that means you're going to have baby sheep, baby chickens, baby horses, baby pigs, baby water buffalo. Who knows what we're going to get? And one last thing regarding the image that you've got here for the cover art. In the trailer video, down in the bottom right, you can see a bee flying around. Now, I don't think they're going to do anything drastic with bees, but they're going to make them a little bit more dynamic in the game. Another thing I want to point out, whenever you're seeing the rice planter going through the field, behind it, you can actually see a frog jumping a couple times right in the video. So hopefully the animals in the game, we're going to get a lot more of them as background animals. They're going to be able to do a lot more cool stuff. Maybe some lightning bugs or something like that flying around. If you see whenever the dad and the daughter are first standing on the edge of the bank, looking over the rice field, you could see some bugs or something flying up there. So hopefully we're going to get a lot more sounds. We're going to get a lot more little flying insects. We're going to get, birds are obviously going to be a bigger part of it now. They're going to have different types of birds. I mean, frogs. I mean, literally, we could get anything. Maybe some squirrels running through the forests. And the last thing that I'm really excited about here for Farming Simulator 25 is the terraforming. Well, we don't know if it's exactly terraforming like you've had some PC mods in the past, but you're going to have some deformable ground. And I don't think it's going to be anything like what we've had in Farming Simulator 22, where you're going to be able to raise some stuff up. I think it's going to be where you're actually going to be able to go in and make like a rice field, or you're going to be able to level it off, or you're going to be able to just do some different stuff. It's going to be an improved function feature of the build tool, I think, is what we're going to get. And it's going to allow you to make a rice field that you can flood, or you're going to be able to make some levees, right, to protect your crops from rivers flooding or something like that. I mean, who knows exactly what it's going to be, but by looking at the video, I am very, very excited for the chance to be able to actually move around some material in base game. Hopefully at FarmCon this weekend, we're going to learn a little bit more about what these new crops are, the different types of harvesters, the machines that we're going to need to actually plant them and harvest them. And we might even get a look at one of the maps. I mean, in the past, we've taken a look at one of the maps in a little bit more detail while they've been showing off some of the things. So hopefully a lot more of these questions are going to get answers, and these are going to be hopefully some of the new features that we're going to get here in the game. And if you're interested in playing Farming Simulator 25 whenever it releases November 12th, 2024, make sure you go and get that pre-order. Down in the description, I've got a link down there for PC players. It's not going to cost you anything extra, but if you use that link, it's going to help the channel out quite a bit. Well, that's going to be it for today, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like if you would. Make sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications to keep up to date on my future videos. While you're waiting on those future videos, go and check out one of these two right here. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver53 signing off.